There we go. Now, am I actually doing a live? How do I find my live broadcasting? Let's go F5. I think I'm live on YouTube, but I'm not sure where to find it at. Subscribed, yes. Where is the live? History, play you. Nope. Huh. Let's see here. So that is actually live. Okay. To build a positive chat experience, okay, close that. So welcome to the chat. Remember to keep your privacy. Yep, okay, that's fine. Let's see here. I am just trying to figure this out to find out where I'm actually live at on YT, so I can actually see where and ever living blankety blank it actually is. Explore, movies, TVs, nope. Shorts, videos. Allow. Alright. Let's go live. Alright, live. Oops. And then got now settings. Oh, yeah. Back that up a little bit. There we go. And generated. Okay, I think I'm on live on my YT channel, but I can't find where the live is. Continue. Okay. Actually, let's go to here real quick. Google how to find someone's live video on YouTube. Yeah. I'm still new to this whole setup thing on YouTube Lives. Let's see here. Use the live filter in the search results. Or visit the creator's channel. You can also subscribe notification when the channel is being alert. Let's see here. Click on live icon on the to see the current popular search filter. Okay, oops. Trying to build a couple things here. And let's see here. I'm just double checking OBS settings and all that good jazz for controlling all of this. Oh, good. You can see me. I can't see me. How do you like that? How do you like that? Oh, you gotta love it. I apologize for any and all noise in the background because these asshats are actually they are literally pouring cement at 7 o'clock, which is actually technically illegal because they're not supposed to start until I think like 7:30, I think, something like that around here. Let's see. Let's go to let's see. This is very sad that I can't even find my own freaking live on TikTok. I mean, not TikTok, but on YouTube, so that I can actually see, to make doubly sure that, seeing all comments and all that good jazz. I don't want to share channel. I'm also actually currently building something. Oh, hey, that's actually finished. Shit. Alright, this is why I love Claude Code, by the way. I'm going to go live on TikTok here in just a second. But Claude Code, literally I started like at 6:20, 6:30, something like that. I have a full program fully built in less than a half hour, which you cannot see because I am not currently sharing that. Let's see here. I really hate when, sometimes I hate YouTube because it doesn't want to be nice to me today. Because it's very hard to actually get OBS set up right so that I can actually see the chat in YouTube. But I'm going to figure this out real quick. Let's go back to YouTube. And yep. Your videos, monitor. I don't want that. Gaming. But at least you can see. That's that is actually the good thing, but I am actually going to be going live on TikTok here in just a second. I figured YouTube, to be perfectly honest, is a little easier to see the screen. But for some reason, it doesn't want to let me lock the live chat-wise. Let's go to live chat. Yeah. Close all that crap out. So, let's click here. Moderator. Nope. Send feedback. All that good jazz. Okay. By the way, I'm going to show you guys a lovely and interesting thing. This is actually called Quinn. I meant with Quinn. Quinn is actually free. Does some decent 5-second videos, but I cannot find where it actually shows you if we can actually do longer than that. Short answer: I cannot directly generate or edit videos. Yes, you can. You pain in the ass. Well, I guess you're stuck with. I guess if you're going to use Quinn, which by the way is free, you can actually do that. You can literally do 5-second videos, which aren't too bad. Let's see here. Hold on a second. I just need to find my channel again. Let's just go to Discord. Find my channel. Yeah, visit site. And let's see. I don't want to create. There we go. Aha! Yay! I can now see my own live. Helps if I'm awake. Okay. There we go. And you know something? That is a little easier to see than what the old TikTok is. So, here we go. I'm actually going to go live on TikTok as well. Let me just arrange that there. There we go. Okay, I am now broadcasting simultaneously. Woohoo! Kind of. Let's see here. We're going to go here. We're going to go there. I'm just saving out sending out my lives here on TikTok. And boy, that's going to get loud in a damn hurry. There we go. Oh, thank you for joining me on YT, by the way. I think you're the only one there. Go to top chat. We want to go to live. There we go. Now I can see. I just have to remember to look over on the screen and whatnot. But this is literally the very first time I've done both a live on TikTok here and on YT at the same time. So hopefully this doesn't go completely and all truly wonky on me. You never know until you try. But I figured this way, if I get bounced, I will still be live over on YT. So, wrong person, right person. And if you hear any weird whirling noises and whatnot, the neighbors are literally, rebuilding an entire house. They demolished the old one, and right now the assholes are pouring concrete. And at 7:15 in the morning, which, as I said earlier, I do believe it is actually technically illegal, but I'm trying to be a halfway decent, good neighbor and not go over there and really raise hell about it. Because literally, I think they can start it like at 7:30, and it's 7:15 here. But they showed up at like 6:30, so they've been sitting outside my front door with the concrete just sitting there, which is stupid. So I am just sharing this live out a little bit more. Let's see here. And if I've accidentally sent this out to a few dozen people, I do apologize. There we go. Hey, IT, I am actually on YT too. I do believe you have, I think you have my channel. So I am live here on TikTok, and I am live here on YT. So, woohoo me. Took me a few minutes to figure that out. Now, what I actually have up on the screen is called Quinn. Yeah, I'm on both. So it might be easier for you to see the screen on YT than it is here on my phone, but yeah. I'm literally using OBS to broadcast from my screen to YT. Have a mic set up, so hopefully those on YT can actually hear me as well. That way, if I get tagged by some stupid thing on here, we just go straight to YT. So we will try that and see what happens. Now, let's see here. What was I doing? Oh, I wanted to show you guys this. This is called Qwen. Literally, it is just Qwen, QWEN.ai. Yeah, I'm allowed to do it. It would just mention to set it up. Oh, okay, cool. I won't mention that up then. Oh, I didn't even see that. And it also could be my connection. My connection is a little dicey today. I just won't mention what I'm using. But Qwen is actually kind of a fun little thing to be using. I wouldn't use it for a lot of things, but it does do some kind of cool videos. Let me see here. Where is it at? Here we go. That's the one. I let it do one of my little things, one of my prompts, and it did this. It only does 5-second videos, but you can't complain because it is free. So, I mean, literally. And I don't know why it's not showing on. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm a little on the lag side on the YT part. Why? I don't know, but it could be my connection. Yeah, it is actually my connection. It is actually my connection, probably on my PC, to be more than likely. Yeah, you just put the picture in and prompt it. I tried actually using one of my generators and grabbed the. Here, let me show you. I literally grabbed this generator here, my alien generator. And thank you, by the way, IT. I will be very careful with that. If we just randomize this, I put it in my. I literally put in my video script, and Qwen kind of threw a little bit of a hissy fit about that. So if we go to here, and if I just pop that in there, yeah. See, okay, I see what's going on. It is a little lagged, isn't it? But not too bad. So we will have to see about that. But if we put this in, it's literally going to, last time it didn't want to do the video. Last time it literally made a photo and said, hey, use the photo to generate the image. But this time, it looks like it's going to generate the image. I mean the video, not the image. Qwen's not too bad for 5-second videos, so if you wanted to, you can make a whole bunch of 5-second videos and just sit there and stitch them together in like Canva. And that's what Canva's used for. It was originally made for. It was to do a lot of things video-wise as well as photo-wise. Not for freaking coding. But Qwen's kind of fun to play with. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. All you gotta do is log in with either an email or a Google account. I use my Google account. So, that is the whole thing right there. And it does take a few minutes for it to generate. It's at 21 seconds. So we will go from there, and we'll actually come back to it. Then what we're going to do is let's do a little bit of vibe coding this morning. But first, before I do that, let's go to Claude. I need to see what I am sitting at. Literally on my usage. By the way, if you do not know how to find your usage, on Claude, you're going to come down to here, go to your logo there, go to settings, and then you're going to come over to here where it says usage. And boom. As you can see this morning, I literally just started this. And this is a good thing to actually show you guys. Yeah, my connection is really slow to YT. Oh well, it'll catch itself up. There's a little bit of a lag on that one. Now, the usage here, I literally had not used at all this morning until about 6:30 when I decided that I wanted to start building my generator factory. Well, actually, I literally built a LinkedIn factory, and this idea for LinkedIn factory is basically every kind of post that you can make, as well as adjusting your own profile so that it fits better. The whole works. I don't know if it's actually going to work yet. I haven't tried it yet. It will allow you to do everything on LinkedIn that you can normally do, but very quickly, very cheaply. I started at 6:20, 6:30, somewhere around there to get Claude Code to start building this. And as you can see, I am already at 89% of my daily usage. And it does not change back until 3 hours and 38 minutes. So I have to be a little careful with my prompting, which is okay. And I'm literally at 86% usage, which resets in 11 hours and 38 minutes. So that's not bad. But that is how you find your usage for Claude. Now, I am a really heavy user of Claude. So what I tend to do is I'm either going to wait a little bit, not that I'm overly worried about this, but if I'm going to actually vibe code an actual full program like my generator factory is, the entire suite, I'm going to I normally start off with like GenSpark. Mind you, I'm not paying for it anymore, but I will go to Gemini as well. I'm going to go to Gemini just because it's free. Or I will go to ChatGPT. It doesn't matter. Let's go to Gemini. And I'm just going to say, okay, I have this crazy idea for a program that I am going to vibe code. And let's see here. Yep. So, good, cool. It is a little slow, I noticed, but that could just because of my PC. I do not know. It could be my connection because of how I have this currently set up. I'm seriously thinking of really starting to go more over there than here. I don't know yet. I haven't made my mind up yet. But the screen, you can literally see the screen, whereas here I have to make sure that you can actually see everything that I'm doing. One or the other. So let's see here. I have this crazy idea for a program that I'm going to vibe code using Claude Code. And I always tell it what I'm going to do it. Oh, yeah. It's going to... I'm going to actually do all of that, and hopefully it will actually save it. I have no idea if it will save it or not. This is the very first time that I've actually done a live on YT before, so I have no idea. If it saves it, cool. If not, I have it here on TT, and I will upload it to my Google Drive file as always. But hopefully it saves it there. I do not know. We will see. Oh, okay, well, if YT saves it, hell yeah. It's going to stay up there. Saves me from having to uploading it. So, but just understand that it is a little laggy. At least I'm sitting here literally watching it on my laptop, and it does seem to be just a hair slower. But that's okay. I assume you can hear me. I have no idea if you can hear me on YT. I do have my mic set up, so. And let's see here. So all I'm going to do is literally I'm going to start any kind of programming. If you're not really sure and you want to save some of your usage, like on Claude, go to ChatGPT, go to Gemini, and and we're going to literally just say, hey, this is what I have an idea of. Okay, cool, you can hear me, good. So, Claude Code. But first, here is my brand Bible. We're going to open up my brand Bible. Close that down. Go to Docs. Go to Docs. Find my brand Bible. Actually, I'm going to use a different brand Bible. Let's go to Vixen and Muse. Brand Bible. Vixen and Muse is an old business of mine that did actually pretty decent. First, here's my brand Bible. So we're going to go here. And I'm just going to wait until it actually catches up just a little bit. That way I just know it's not going to miss anything. We're going to press enter. So I'm giving Gemini literally my entire brand Bible. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm not too worried about that. Always, if you're going to build something that has your brand on it, I don't care if it's an HTML generator. I don't care if it is a actual full program. If you want your branding on there, you really need to start your conversation off with your actual brand Bible. Now, as you can actually see here, it's literally, for a vibe code perspective, having these distinct personas and clear negative persona like Sydney is a massive advantage. It gives you precision, a set of logical constraints to feed Claude, ensuring the code and content stays within the lanes of middle to upper class professional aesthetics and aesthetic quality. So this is a rock solid foundation, the duality, the Vixen and the Muse, which, by the way, the Vixen and Muse was an experiment of mine. I wanted to set up a brand, and this is something that I honestly suggest that you do not do. I actually set this brand up so that it had two brand voices. One was the Vixen, which is all nightclub, ultra sexy kind of vibe going for it. And the brand itself was selling little black dresses, clubbing outfits, things of that nature. The Muse was all about business as well as true elegance. So on the Muse side of things, it was I was selling ballroom gowns as well as full power suits for the women. No, you keep them separate. But what gets confusing is for yourself. You literally just say, okay, hey, I am building, I have this product description, I have this product, say that it's a little black dress, and I'm going to say, use the Vixen voice. And it will it will understand the Vixen's voice, so it will write that description solely using the Vixen voice. Whereas if I had a elegant looking ballroom kind of dress, I would use the Muse side and just say use the Muse voice. So it can keep them separate, but in your own head, it becomes a problem. Because you have to remind yourself, okay, where does this product sit? Does it sit on the Vixen side, or does it sit on the Muse side, or can it sit in both of them? So it gets a little confusing. So I honestly suggest sticking with one brand voice. As I said, it was an experiment just to try and see what would happen. So we have implementation ready. The Elsa buyer persona is practically well defined. Of course she is. That's my freaking brand Bible. So, what crazy idea for this program? Actually, let's try this. Give me 10 ideas for a full program that the brand will truly thrive with. Let's see what it does. So it can actually get a little confusing on this one, but by going this way, if I don't know what I'm going to build, if I don't really have an idea of, hey, what am I going to build, then it's going to go, okay, well, hey. So we have the duality switch, wardrobe architecture, an interactive web application that helps users build a capsule wardrobe. The vibe, user toggles sides between sultry or the empowering. Function, as the slider moves, the app dramatically updates a visual lookbook, showing how the same base pieces, like a blazer or a slip dress, can be styled to lean into either of the brand voices. Okay. Boardroom to ballroom event planner. That one wouldn't be too bad. A calendar integrated UI where users input their daily schedule, 9 a.m. So basically, it's a schedule. Suggests a VNM base layer and identifies the specific accessories or overlays needed to transform the look instantly, solving the limited versatility pain point. That would be an interesting program to attempt to vibe code into existence. The ethical Pulse transparent dashboard, high-end visual storytelling program for the product pages. And actually, I think it misunderstood me. I think you let's see here. You misunderstood me. I want to vibe code a full executable program, not an app. Let's try that again. So this is a beautiful thing. Sometimes this does happen. If it actually screws up and does not give you what you actually want, you're just going to say, hey, this was not what I meant. So, okay, got it. So here you go. You're looking for a standalone desktop powerhouse. There we go. Something that lives on the machine, handles local files, probably utilizes the high-end hardware you've got to do the heavy lifting. Since you're leaning into the vibe coding with Claude to build fully executable, likely Python, yep, all that good jazz. These ideas focus on utility, bulk generation, and high-level brand management. So here we go. We have the VoiceOver engine, a desktop utility where you drop in raw marketing copy, and it refines it into the Vixen or Muse persona. That's not too bad. The function, let's see here, a GUI with two main piston buttons, refine as Vixen and refine as Muse. It can watch a specific folder on your PC. Every time you save a text file there, it automatically generates the branded version in a subfolder. It's a set and forget brand voice machine, so see, that wouldn't be too bad for content-wise. Let's see here. We have the style architecture, a drag-and-drop desktop program for creating high-end digital profiles for a client like Elsa. You drag product shots, jewelry garment into a canvas. The program uses preset design templates. Let's see here. To auto-align, color grade, and export a high-res PDF or interactive ebook lookbook. Not too bad of an idea. The Turn and Burn Asset Factory. Connect it to a local CSV or Johnson file for product names and descriptions. The program then bakes these into hundreds of unique branded HTML graphics, or well, that wouldn't be too bad either. Hey, Lucy, right now I am doing kind of an experiment here on my own. I have my YT up there, and I'm doing I'm basically doing a dual cast here on TikTok and on YT. But what I'm also showing is how I actually go about starting to vibe code a program, because I use Claude Code to actually build all of my programs. The problem doing this is it does hit kind of hard on your daily usage as well as your weekly usage. I started at about 6:20, 6:30, somewhere around there, and by 7:12, I already have my LinkedIn program up and running. I do not know if it's actually functioning fully yet. I haven't run it yet. But as you can see, I did not use my Claude at all this morning. And I only used it for maybe a half hour. Yeah, it's Grumpy Marketer 50, I do believe. Let's see here. Yep. Just do a search there for Grumpy Marketer 50. That'd be my channel. But as I was saying, I did not use this at all this morning, and just by doing that one program, I'm literally sitting at 89% usage of my daily usage already. Now the weekly thing, that actually only jumped up by, I'd say 10%, so that wasn't too bad. But the daily, it literally rammed it all the way up to 89%. For letting Claude Code literally take maybe a half hour to build the entire program. And there's still going to be more work to be done because of the fact that this Grumpy Marketer Literally, it's Grumpy Marketing. Marketing and 50, the number 50. And that will be my YT channel. So, but as you can see, if I had not done what I'm doing right now, which is basically talking to, I'm just using Gemini as this one. I am literally talking to it and saying, okay, I have this idea of I want to make a program. I want to vibe code a program into existence. Here's my brand Bible. I literally loaded. Cool. Thank you. I appreciate you subscribing. It is a little. It's a little slower than on YT, and that could just because on YT it's a little slower than here on TikTok, and it could just because of my connection. There's a small delay in that, but instead of sitting there going to Claude and saying, okay, I had this idea for a program, I want to do this, and sit there and talk with it the entire time and wasting my daily usage, I'm going to go to Gemini. I'm going to go to ChatGPT, the free version, because I'm not going to pay for it. And I'm simply going to talk to it. I'm going to say, okay, I have this idea. Let's flesh this idea out. And then once I'm happy with the idea, I will have it write up a technical document that Claude Code will actually understand everything that I want to put in there. And then I'm going to copy and paste it straight into Claude Code. And then I will say, okay, I want to ask me all the questions that you need before we start building. And it normally asks me like 6 or 7 questions that it needs for clarification. And by doing just by letting it ask me those 6 to 7 questions, in all likelihood, I am going to be able to say, okay, yes, no, this is what I have to do. Because of the fact that this will allow me to make sure that when it starts writing the program, it's going to be pretty much what I want to start off with. Now, the first rendition, to be perfectly honest, is probably going to be buggy as hell. That's something that people don't talk about when it comes to vibe coding, is that your very first rendition, when you are building an actual full executable program, it is going to be buggy. It's not going to work the first time. It might take you 2 or 3 times to actually get there. And this is going to take me probably, in all honesty, it will probably take me another 20 minutes, half hour to have my LinkedIn factory up and running and performing like I want it to. And then I can put it up as a standalone or sell it. It will also be part of the Generator Factory suite. But this is the very first step. And this is what, even if I'm going to do a generator, if I want to use Claude, I'm still going to go to like Gemini and I'm going to say, hey, I have this idea. Let's kind of flesh it out a little bit better so that I can take it over to Claude and have it produce something amazing. Because Gemini sucks for coding. Even HTML generators, it kind of sucks at that. We have the Turn and Burn Asset Factory, a bulk generator designed to pump out hundreds of branded social media or shop assets at once. I already have something like that with the Generator Factory, but still, it's a good idea. Let's see here, number 4, a local first client management tool built for high-touch premium service. Instead of complex web CMR, this is a sleek black box desktop app. It tracks high-value clients, their specific style preference, prefers Muse style blazers, ethical gold only, and their purchase history. Now, see, this right here would be a really good app program to build for the Vixen and Muse, because once you were say that you could actually take this to any kind of business, a local business, say that you have a local business that is kind of struggling to keep track of all of their people, all their customers, you can literally build them something like this and charge them $500, $600, $700. And this will literally save them a lot of a headache. It would actually be probably, in all honesty, I would probably say, okay, I want the output to be PDF as well as a CSV file, which is like Google Sheets or Microsoft Excel. So that one would be a really good business idea right there. The V&M Vibebox Media Player style. A desktop application acts as a mood board and style calibration tool. A multi-pane interface that pulls in local inspired folders, music, and brand assets. One side is the Vixen mood, the other is Muse. It allows you to mix them to find the perfect middle ground for a new collection. It can handle, let's see, the desktop Edge. It can handle 4K video loops and high fidelity audio to create an immersive environment for the creative process. So, that wouldn't be too bad. Watch see which of these feels like the right crazy idea to start vibe coding. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just tell it, okay, I like number 4. So let's flesh this out before I have you write the document that Claude Code will fully understand. And this is literally the process. So I literally picked number 4, which is the this thing here, the CMR. And this is going to be this would make it so that I don't have to waste my time, my usage with Claude. I can just literally sit here and talk with Gemini for however long that I actually want to talk to it for, and say, okay, hey, this is what I need. This is what I want. And by the time that I'm done with it, I'm going to have it write a actual documentation that I can just copy and paste and dump it into Claude Code. So this saves me my usage. And it is actually a better process than just going to Claude or Claude Code and saying, okay, I have this idea for this program. Here's my brand Bible. Give me some ideas, because it's going to rip through your usage time. So it is better to be prepared beforehand. And this is all vibe coded, by the way. Once you actually have it start vibe coding it for you, you can literally sit back, and all you're going to have to do is press a couple buttons once in a while and kind of kick Claude in the butt, because once in a while, for some reason, it will just stop midway. And you just type in, hey, continue. What the hell are you doing? The only person that's allowed to be lazy is me. Since you're vibe coding for this desktop environment, likely using Python, we need to find the model so that Claude can build the underlying logic and high fashion UI simultaneously. The persona dashboard, core. So see, it's literally giving me all this stuff that I would actually sit here and read. Hey, Quiet. Thank you for sharing the live. Technical logics for Claude. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just tell it I do use Python. So now it actually knows that we're going to stick with Python and aiming for a high-end standalone executable. PQT6 is our best bet. It provides the heavyweight professional feel required for a luxury brand tool. Okay, yep, there we go. So we have the executive. We actually have the executive summary, technical stack, database scheme, key functions, all of these good jazz. All this good jazz. The UX design, no generic icons, use high-end, minimalist. So this isn't too bad. How to use this with Claude Code? Open your terminal, start Claude Code, paste the file line. So this isn't too bad, but I can literally tell it to let's go into even more details, because the more details that we have to give to Claude Code, the better. It's the same with AI, period. The more data that we give it, the better output we get. If I wanted to make an HTML generator right now and just say, hey, I want an HTML generator all about wedding dresses, it's going to give me shit. Absolutely 100% shit product. The end result is going to look ugly. It's not going to have any of the copy buttons, any of the generated. It might have a generated button if we're lucky, but that's not enough details. We need to give it more details. And seeing how I don't really care about my daily usage now because I've already finished that, let's go to Claude and I will show you what I mean. Let us just go, and I'm going to tell it that I want a actually, we'll use the Vixen and Muse. I'm going to say, this is my brand Bible that I am working with. I'm working with today. Now, I'm going to give it the brand Bible, and what I'm going to say is, I need an HTML generator. I need 30 options per drop down. Spell drop down right. Let's see here. What I'm going to do is I want to use the Vixen. Actually, I want this to be a split screen setup. The left side is the Muse. Actually, the left side is the Vixen. The right side is the Muse. This will be all about dresses. For the Vixen side, it will be all about club dresses, little black dresses, things that, let's see, clothing that a woman would wear when she goes out to a nightclub. See, we're going to give it a lot more details than what you normally think that you have to give it to. Hey, Naya, thanks for joining. Next thing is, we're going to say for the Muse side, it's all about elegant ball gowns and dresses for high-end, let's see here, high-end meetings, as well as high-end charity events. There we go. That'll work. Then, let's see here. I need, let's see here, location, age, which will be between 25 to, let's go 65. Race, model will be only female. So we're going to go meetings as well as high end. Okay, I need location, age, which will be between 25 to 65. Race, model will be only female. Hair color, hairstyle. We'll go makeup as well. Makeup. And let's see. Oh, dresses, of course. Dresses. Accessories. And shoes. I need full camera controls, full lighting controls, full shadow controls. I want full. Actually, I want a photo prompt, a video script prompt, and a Suno music prompt. I want, let's go 10 presets for each side. Yeah, my spelling sucks. Props. Props can get a little tricky, to be perfectly honest. But the hell with it. Let's just put it in there. Accessories, shoes. I'll just put it in here. And props. There we go. We'll put it in there. Worst thing is we don't, we're not going to use it. Let's see here. I want 10 presets for each side. I also want the first option to be none. The rest is to be alphabetized. I can't spell alphabetized to save my life, but see, by putting in I want the first option to be none and the rest to be alphabetized, it makes it so that if I don't want to use a prompt, I can literally just leave it at none, and it won't force me to fill it in. So we can literally ignore whatever we wanted. Make sure that I told it that I want locks on everything as well. Let's see here. I want first. Also, we have to have locks on everything. Give me a great visual background because I'm using Claude and I can get away with this a little bit. And so give me a great visual background that works for both sides and is suitable for the subject. So give me the full code, please. Oh, whoops. The other thing I need. Let's wipe out the full for the subject. I forgot to tell it what buttons I needed. I need a generate button, a copy button, a randomize button, and a clear all button. There we go. Never forget the buttons, because it won't put the buttons in if you don't do it. If you forget to tell it that way. So this is the long form of doing this. So I've loaded up the Vixen and Muse brand Bible. I'm asking for a really great visual background. And let's see here. I need a generate button, a copy button, a randomize button, and a clear all button. So we're going to press that in there. And we're going to let Claude do its thing. And we will see how well this turns out to be. Let's see here. This is a big feature-rich build. Let me construct it fully. Now let me build the massive feature-rich generator. So we're going to see how well this works. And if I don't like the way it looks, I can always take it back to it and say, okay, hey, didn't really care for this. Let's rebuild it another way. And as always, if you guys have questions, just ask. I don't bite. Well, I do, but only the wife and the mailman. I told him if he doesn't stop doing. Well, I'm glad that you managed to catch me live as well. So, I will actually be leaving this up on YT, and I will be loading the TikTok up to my Google Drive file once it's done. Which reminds me, yesterday's live is actually up on the Google Drive file as well. So if you guys have my Drive file, go there. You can see yesterday's live as well. Let me make sure that you can still see the prompt. So if you want to grab a show more, that's the entire prompt. Mind you, I don't know how well that will work because you do not have the Vixen and Muse brand Bible. Well, this is the full. This is literally the full product. It is literally Claude takes a little while for this to do it. So let's see here. Creating the Vixen and Muse dual prompt generator HTML file. You can actually click on that, and you can sit there and watch it build if you so wanted to. I do this once in a while just to make sure it's actually building, because sometimes it will hang. But it's literally, this is vibe coding at its best. This is very, very, very scratching the top of a very large glacier when it comes to vibe coding. So it becomes very interesting on what we can actually do and what we can't do. As I said, I literally just built a program, an entire executable program in Claude Code this morning. It took like in all honesty, from the time of conception to actual having it built, took maybe an hour. Because last night I started talking with Claude and saying, okay, I want to build the LinkedIn factory. This is what I'm thinking about. And I literally had it walk through because I didn't care about my daily usage because it was like 10:30 at night. So when I get up, it'll be back to normal. So let's see here. We need to go. I need to go. Let's see outputs. All right. Let's run that. And yeah, I know I'm talking to myself. You can't see what I'm doing, and that's perfectly fine because I prefer it that way. Because I'm going to try to do the LinkedIn factory to see how well that works. And I don't like showing people my screw-ups. Factory. We'll give that a go. you don't even have to research how to transfer the product to Claude. All you got to do is, if you have your HTML generator, you're literally going to come here and you're going to press that little plus button. You'll find your generator, load that up there, and say, "Hey, I need to upgrade this." And you're going to tell. You have to tell it what you actually want to do. Even if you're not 100% sure of what you want, you can say, "Okay, I don't like the way the background looks. I don't like some of the drop-down options. Can we change these too?" And then you're going to tell it, "Hey, let's try to change it this way or this way." And it will actually, you can even tell it, "Ask me some questions to clarify before we build." And I'll show you how to do that here in just a second with one of my other generators. Because actually I can show you an example. If we go here, I started with this one, and I don't even remember who actually built this one. This was shit. This was just a shitty generator. I don't even know why I put that big ass picture there. You can randomize, and it will actually change the photo. It changes the photo and all that other crap. But I didn't like it. So I went in and I literally loaded it to Claude and said, "Hey, this wasn't working for me." And it gave me this, which wasn't bad, but it still really wasn't what I was after, look-wise. So I simply said, "Hey, still not good." And this is the third and final version, which everyone has access to. Because I didn't like how small, if you can see, that text is pretty damn small. I didn't like how small that text was. It's very hard for me to see. So I said, let's bump the text size up, and boom. Now my blind ass can actually see that. And we're good to go. And we're actually literally good to go. This is for an alien landscape. And if we just press randomize and we copy that, let's go to Genspark because I'm still paying for the thing. We go to AI image. Let's just pop that there, and we'll just run this once. And we'll show you what the photos come out to be like. Let's see here. Get started. Oh, yep. Okay. I need that. Covers. Nope, that's not right. Battery. There we go. And see, the other reason why I'm not showing you what I'm doing on my laptop is because I am currently looking at my API key. Now, if you are actually using an API key, you will not share this. I cannot stress this enough. You do not share that to anyone. Rejected. What? What do you mean it was rejected? It was not rejected. That's the right freaking key. What are you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? Yes, I'm old. Oh, I know why. Duh. That was me. That was not the program's fault. Test connection. There we go. Yeah, enter the factory. Hey, cool. The factory works. Okay, well, here we go. We're still waiting for it to finish. Let's see here. So we can... so that's Nana Banana. Close that down. That way I can actually keep an eye on YT. And we'll keep that. Don't close that off. That will really annoy the crap out of me if I close that off. There we go. So we literally have this lovely little. This is Nana Bananas. This is Flux 2. And that's ByteDance. I've never really, to be perfectly honest, so far, I have not really cared too much for ByteDance. And it's ByteDance Seedream V5 Lite. I've never really cared for it. ChatGPT is still being slow. It does want to be pokey once in a while. So, to be perfectly honest, I'm going to have to say right now, Nana Banana and Flux 2 are my favorite. And that generator is actually available. It will be available on the in my generator folder on Google, as well as the rabbit hole. And if you know where the rabbit hole is, join up if you haven't. If you need to, if you need the link for the rabbit hole, send me a DM after this live, and I will send you the link for it. It is a very good group. I will not mention the group because TT gets a little pissy with me when I do mention that. So, and it is still being slow today. Must be a lot of people using GPT Image 1.5. We'll come back to it. So, voila, we now have Claude, as you can see. Claude has literally made us an entire generator. I am literally just going to download this sucker. Download it. Let's open this up, and we can actually see it way better now. Much, much better. So we literally have a full split screen. So we have the Elegant and Gala, and we have Nightclub and Vixen and Nightclub. Background's not bad, actually. And if we randomize all, we're literally getting two different sides. We're getting that one, that side there, and we're getting a nightclub setting. So let's see here. We go to we have a Suno music. We have the video prompt, which is right there, and we have the photo prompt. And all I have to do is doesn't it have the copy button? What do you know? So oh, I see. Muse fragments. No, I don't want the Muse fragments. I want the Vixen. So, oh, I see. Never mind. There it is. Copy Vixen. So, actually, okay, this is cool. Setup. So, it has the Vixen there, and then it has literally the Muse side right there. Took me a minute to find that. And this is using Claude. So, now, let's just run the prompt through here. And we'll see how well that works. Let's see here. Vixen and Muse, photo prompt, video script. Jesus. Okay, I see what it did. Fashion editorial image, Vixen concept. It actually copied the entire damn thing. That's kind of wrong. Yeah, because I told it to split it in two. I literally told it, let me go back up to the prompt that I did. Right, here's the actual prompt. Let me just zoom in a little bit so you can see a little bit better. That is the actual prompt. But if you can see, if you look down, let's see here. I literally started it. Here's my brand Bible. I loaded the Vixen and Muse brand Bible. I said I need an HTML generator. I need 30 options per dropdown. I want this to be a split screen setup. Left side is for the Vixen side, and the right side is for the Muse. So if you want to make a generator with two separate ideas in it, you can literally say, hey, on the left side, I'm going to do this split screen. I want a split screen. On the left side will be this idea. On the right side will be this idea. And then it will give you all of, oops, hold on a second. I got to close this off. That's the wrong one. That's not that. Close that off. Did I actually close that off? No, I didn't. Okay. Then it will give you something like this. It'll literally give you a full split screen. And if I wanted to, because, as I said, my eyesight sucks. There we go. I can actually literally blow this up to where I can see it better. That just means I got a lot more scrolling to do. But we literally have full locks on everything. So if I wanted to, location Rome, Italy. If I really like that one, I can lock that in there. Let's see here. We have the age. We have race. Female, of course, model. That's just automatically locked in place. We have hair color, hairstyle, makeup, dress, accessories, prompts. So if I wanted to, I can literally just put in none for the next one, lock that in place, and now I can just sit there and randomize all of these. Oh, wait a minute. What the hell? Nope, that's right. Oh, it didn't give me a camera angle, so let's go full body. We'll go, we'll just go standard on that one. Depth, we want extreme. We'll do that one. Well, actually, let's do the dreamy shadows. And see, sometimes this will actually happen. It will. Oh, everything went none. Why did I do that? That's weird. As soon as I hit that one lock for the prompt, let's just randomize again and see what happens. All right, cool. There we go. That was weird. It just, for some reason, when I locked it, it literally set everything to. Let's try that again, just out of curiosity. Ah, okay. That is an actual glitch. That should not happen. As soon as I hit the lock button, it literally made it so that everything was wiped out. That is an actual glitch, which is okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to say, okay, let me make sure you can see what I'm doing here. Let me actually close this part out because I don't want that. Right. There we go. Okay. I just found a glitch that needs to be fixed. As soon as you press a lock button, it clears everything, even the selection you had, and locks it so that it shows none. We need to fix that. Give me the full correct code. Always tell it to give you the correct code, because if you don't, it will give you snippets, which is irritating as shit. Especially because you'll end up going through a ton of lines to find one or two little points. So let's see here. The root cause is cleared toggle lock and render panel, which destroys and rebuilds the entire DOM, wiping all selections before. Yep, and you can save them. This fix has never re-rendered the panel on lock. Instead, just update the. Yep. Okay, cool. So it's literally rewriting the entire script for me. So it will not do that. Once we get the new version, it will not do that. Or hopefully it won't. Let's see how well this actually works. Voila. That is, let's see here. This is ByteDance. Sorry, this is Nana Banana. That is ChatGPT's. This is Flux 2. And that's ByteDance. I mean, ByteDance isn't too bad. So all of those aren't too bad. I kind of like Nana Bananas a little bit better. And the prop is basically the mirror there. Let's check out the Muse side. Let's just randomize all again. Copy the Muse side. And let's dump it into the Muse. And I actually have to tell it one other thing once it's done doing that. I'm noticing that it's actually copying everything instead of just like the prompt. So it's something that I have to literally have it fix as well. So we'll close that off. And yeah, I got to figure out why there is a little bit of a lag on the YT side of things. I'm not 100% sure. But the good thing is, it's literally, Nana Banana will actually ignore everything when I'm telling it, hey, I just want a photo. Because that's what it's actually designed for, is the actual photo. But the way that this is actually currently set up, it just will not work properly. So if we go to the song, let's just see what this actually... Let's just grab this here. And we're just going to toss it into Producer. Producer AI. I don't use Suno. I prefer Producer. We're going to go to there. And boom. We're going to let it do some music. Yep, I got to do the puzzle thing. There we go. Yay. Sometimes it makes me do the puzzle, sometimes it doesn't. It could be because you guys aren't tapping it or asking questions. I have no idea. So we're going to let it do generate its music. Let's see here. Where is my speaker so that I don't blow my own eardrums out or give myself a heart attack? And let's go back to here. And here's the Muse side of things. This one here is Nana Banana. That is ChatGPT's. Flux 2. Looks a little plasticky if you ask me on that one. And ByteDance. ByteDance is not too bad. Well, here's the music. Very elegant music style.
The horizon does not end, it waits. I have arrived. Aqua tides rise within the glass. Structured silk holds the heat. I move through the stillness, a statue made of breath. Every eye is a mirror, reflecting my own design. The desert air bends, following the curve of my hem. I do not seek permission. I am the monument, the blue architecture of the sky is a canvas for my feet. I am the storm in the sapphire, the weight of the crown, unspoken, undeniable, the pulse of the world matches the beat.
Right there, that's the full prompt. Producer actually gave it.
Look at the sun. Look at the sun. It bows to the shape I take. I am the beginning and the final word in this kingdom of song.
I can make this a hell of a lot better.
and light.
This prompt here would be the base, and I can go to Reed, and Reed is my AI persona, and designed specifically for producer, and I can say, hey, let's improve the shit out of this prompt. Here's the prompt. Yeah, AI will do the whole entire thing. The more information that I give it, the better output that I'm going to get. Let's check out Claude, see if it's finished. Let's see here. I have the full picture. I'm rewriting the file. All right, so it is literally rewriting our file still for us. But if I go back to the Vixen and Muse, let's go to the Muse Suno song, and let's see what the Vixen gives us. Just out of pure curiosity. So now we have two different styles of music that we can actually load up. We have the Vixen side and we have the Muse. The Muse was very elegant kind of thing. Let's see here. Here's our post. And well, that one was, talking to myself on that one, folks. I'm just looking at my factory. Thank you for the gifts. So, literally, we're just waiting for this to finish, and then, oh yeah, we already saw those photos there. So, this is the style of the HTML generator that we will get. We can do dance clubs. We can do elegant setups. We have a ton of different dresses that we can choose from. I will be putting the Vixen and Muse generator up on the drive file as well as in the rabbit hole so that if you all want it, you know where to find it. Oh, here we go. A little bit of the club dancing.
Atlanta air feels heavy tonight. Deep indigo washing over the tile. Velvet sliding against my frame. Plunge low enough to stop the clock. I move through the crowd like a current. Organic heat in a digital space. I feel the friction in the air. The pulse starts to thicken. Gravity pulling you toward my center. Cinematic in the frame. Blue heat rising from the floor. I don't ask for the focus. I just command the room. Watch me move. Watch me move. Walk like a slow motion riot. Heads turn on a mechanical hinge. Silk and sapphire under the lens. I know exactly what you see. A physical force you can't ignore. Patience is a luxury I own. I feel the friction in the air. The pulse starts to thicken. Gravity pulling you toward my center. Cinematic in the frame.
DBT.
Blue heat rising from the floor. I don't ask for the focus. I just command the room. Watch me move. Watch me move. Forget the morning after. Surrender to the weight of the bass. Just motion, just this.
As producer, literally taking a very shitty prompt, bare bones prompt, and turning it into a full-blown song. As I said, though, I can turn it into an even better song by going to Reed and saying, okay, here's my prompt that I got from my generator. Let's really rock this place and really improve the hell out of this. I want lyrics. I can tell it the kind of story that I want. And Reed will literally write the entire prompt for producer. And producer gives you way more control than what Suno does. I mean, I can literally do the whole big band. I can tell the kind of music that I want, the kind of instruments that I want into it, the whole nine yards. Let's close that off. So I don't confuse the shit out of the computer. There we go. So, this is why I love Producer. Let's see if Claude is done doing its thing yet. Yes, it is. Okay, so we're going to download this one here. And let's just open this one up again. And we will see what happens when we randomize. And we press a lock. There we go. Yay! The locks don't screw up anymore. But now the copy button we have to change as well. But before I do that, let me open up another Claude here. Let me close that off. Go to Claude. Let's see where I am at. Claude platform. No, I don't want Claude billing because I'm not using my API. I'm using my account. Go to here. Go to settings. Go to usage. Oh, I'm at 100% on Claude, but I don't care. I still have $19.10. So. So that's all I needed to know. So I can literally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cheat this. I'm going to go back to, for once, GenSpark is actually going to come in handy. I'm literally going to use Sonnet 6.4. Go to Browse. Go to my desktops. Pop that up there. And I'm literally going to tell it. No, I didn't tell Claude to make the music better. I will literally go to Read, which I could actually have Read put into Claude if I wanted to. I can have Read in Gemini, ChatGPT, wherever the hell I want, and say, hey, this is using this prompt. I need to make this song way better, and it'll make the song entire way better. But first, I need to do. Okay, I have noticed that when I press the copy button for either Vixen, for the Vixen side or the Muse side, it copies all three windows. I want it to only copy the window that is currently highlighted. So if I have it on the photo, it will only copy the photo. Or if I have the video script open, it will only copy that. Please fix this, and give me the full correct code. Here's the fix. I've uploaded the copy function. See, it did not give me the full. It did not give me the full HTML code. It's literally giving me this. Here we go. Here's the complete file with only that function changed. Okay, cool. It's literally writing. This is what I mean by if I were not to tell it to give me the full correct code, it would literally tell me, here's your function. Go in and find the function in your code, copy this, and replace it. It's a pain in the ass. Hey Harlem, thanks for the heartbeat. This is why I always tell it, give me the full correct code. And as you can see, it's rewriting the entire code for me. And I'm using GenSpark currently because I'm literally running Claude Code on my laptop. So it's going to hit the usage pretty hard. And let's see here. As you can see, it does actually take a little bit of time for this to actually build out, because Claude actually does this properly. Whereas if you are using like Gemini, Chat's not too bad, but it still gets a little bit kind of screwy. Claude, on the other hand, hands down, is the best writer and the best coder. And normally I wouldn't have to worry about hitting my daily limit this fast, but as I said, building the LinkedIn factory as I'm doing this live, so that's what chewed through my time. Very, very quickly. But I'm literally vibe coding an entire program while I'm talking and doing this live. And I literally just started talking to, I think I started actually in Gemini. And just simply said, okay, I'm going to build the LinkedIn factory. Here's an example of one of my factories, like the generator factory. I gave it so that it could understand it. And said, I need something that's going to do all the best practices. I want to do all of these things. And it literally started building it for me. It literally started helping me understand the program that I wanted to write. Then it wrote me, I told it to write me a document that Claude Code will understand right off the bat. And then I pasted it this morning, and I had the basic system up and running in a half hour. And let's see here. Let me start that now. Okay, cool. Let's try that again. But I was right. Now, this is something that I want you all to understand when you were vibe coding, and I want to actually take you down this rabbit hole. And this is a deep, deep, deep rabbit hole, folks. Bring snacks, bring ladders, bring blankets. You know, bring a house that you can build, from IKEA, and put it in this rabbit hole. The HTML generators, this is just scratching at the surface. And I mean really just taking your fingernails and going, trying to get yourself some shaved ice off of this lovely, lovely glacier that we are standing on. But anytime that you have done a generator, you have vibe coded. If you've actually just gone and said, hey, I want this pretty picture, here's all the details, give me a prompt. That is vibe coding. You don't have to sit there and talk to it in machine language. You don't have to know Python. You don't have to know HTML. It's literally going to do the heavy lifting for you. Now, if you want to actually build a full program, which, by the way, if you were here yesterday, you saw me build the subscription Slayer. That is still available, and it will be available in the rabbit hole. That's the only place that you will find it, is in the rabbit hole. I did that in 2 hours. Full vibe coding. And the subscription Slayer literally is set up so that you can put in all your subscriptions. You put in the price of your subscriptions and how many times you actually use it. And it's going to give you a report of saying, hey, you haven't used Netflix forever and a day. Cancel that. Why are you still paying for it? Cancel it. You're using Midjourney a lot. Keep the Midjourney. But you're not using Night Cafe and you paid for Night Cafe. Kill Night Cafe. This will help you actually save yourself a ton of money if you were. You have to be honest with the program. I cannot stress that enough. You have to be honest with the program. And you tell how many times that you use it, even a baseline idea, and it will actually give you not only your full, how much money you're spending a month on your subscriptions, it will tell you how much you're spending per year and a 5-year as well. And if you are not if you're paying for something and not using it, it will literally call you out and say, hey, why do you have this zombie script up? You're not using it. Stop paying for it immediately. It is also designed so that you can actually see if Claude Code will actually replace one of your subscriptions. Just like, if let's say that you're using Lovable. Claude Code will actually not only do it better than Lovable, but it will replace Lovable, all for $20. And voila, there we go. My dashboard works. My brand Bibles work. Hot damn. Now the program's working. The LinkedIn Factory will, for those that have actually bought the Generator Factory, you will have access to the LinkedIn Factory later today. And the LinkedIn Factory is literally designed to make carousel generators, post generators, an outreach, profile optimizer, lead magnets, company pages as well. All on brand as always, because this will actually build it off of your brand Bible. And it's designed so that if you decide that you want to start offering services for those that use LinkedIn, you're most welcome. I will also have the LinkedIn Factory as a standalone. But this will, if you want to actually go and find people on LinkedIn and say, hey, I can write you carousels, I can do you posts, I can help you basically manage your entire page. The factory will let you build will let you load up their brand Bible. To be perfectly honest, I do not know how much the standalone is going to cost yet. I literally just made it this morning, so I don't know yet because I haven't even made the executable file, which could have some issues in the process of making the executable file. More than likely, it will probably be in the I'm going to say between $200 to $500. I know that's a hell of a gap there, but until I actually properly play with it, find out how much this is actually going to cost, which it should really, to be perfectly honest, should only be 3 or 4 cents per setup, because it literally runs off of your own Anthropic API key. The entire generator suite runs off of currently 3 APIs. Runs off of Google Cloud, which does not cost you anything. The Google Cloud API is just to hook the Generator Factory to your Google Sheets so that you can mass produce HTML generators for 3 cents, 12 cents, and 25 cents, depending on the style of generator that you want to make. It uses, of course, Anthropic's, which is Claude, because Claude is who I'm basing everything off of. And now for the Voice Factory, it uses OpenAI's API. And that is actually very, very, very cheap. Oh, the brain dump, which, by the way, the brain dump you can find on my link in bio. And you'll be able to find it on the rabbit hole as well. It will literally record your own voice. And it will allow you to basically just start with ideas. Say it's 2 o'clock in the morning, you've had one too many Red Bulls, you can't sleep, and you have this great, crazy idea for a business plan. You can open up the brain dump, make sure that your mic is working on your computer or your laptop, press start recording, and just start talking. Once you're done, you press stop, and it will actually transcribe everything that you just said. It will allow you to edit what you said, so if you want to add something and whatnot, you're good to go. Or if it misunderstood you because you have a really heavy accent, you can change what you need to do. It will organize your thought into a CSV, a text file, as well as a PDF. You can have it build you a prompt, and you can actually expand on the idea if you want to expand on that idea. And the transcription-wise, it's like 0.00006 of a cent. So you load $5 to your OpenAI API. Shit, that is going to last you a long damn time. I've already used it like 12, maybe 13 times, and I have not moved the needle yet. I'm still sitting on $5. The brain dump is, I do believe, $20. It is on my store, if you are interested in that. And it's better than having, writing down on a piece of scrap paper or burying your monitor in sticky notes. Because the sticky note won't expand on the idea. But this LinkedIn Factory, if it works out as well as I think it will, it's going to be, as I said, price-wise between $200 to $500. You can easily make that money back just by having 1 or 2 clients and saying, hey. And you'll actually use it for your own LinkedIn as well. Because this will even help you optimize your own profile, following their best practices. Which, to be perfectly honest, I need that. My profile there really kind of is shit, to be perfectly honest. I don't use it enough that I need to be able to do it more. You can make lead magnets as well. We have several different kinds of lead magnets, checklists, framework, swipe file, mini guide, template, a scorecard, and a cheat sheet. You can tell how many pages you want. See here, CTA inside lead magnets, CTA optional, layout style for LinkedIn PDF, as well as the distribution mode. How do you want to distribute it? You have document post, a link and comments, gated email required, or free on profile. So we're going to have a lot of fun things to do with the LinkedIn Factory. And seeing how it is all business, if you really want to start building a true business, LinkedIn is one of the better ones to go with. Now, if you are a creative, and there are a lot of you that are on here that are very creative, TikTok is perfect. Pin is perfect. If your audience is women. Find your target market. This is where your brand Bible comes in, folks. If you have not built a brand Bible, I still don't know what the fuck you're waiting for. I've given you the code. I've shown you how to build these. You're going to find, yes, if you actually have the Generator Factory, you will get the LinkedIn Factory for free. But it's also going to be a standalone product, so you don't have to have the Generator Factory suite. If you don't want the suite, you can actually just get the LinkedIn Factory. I'm going to have it both as a standalone as well as in the factory itself. But by buying the Generator Factory, you get all of the factories. You're not going to have to like today, as an example. Which reminds me, I now need 4 more people to buy the Generator Factory at $500. Once I have those 4 people, I am jumping the price to $1,005. But the 6 people that now currently have the suite, I just literally made the LinkedIn Factory today. They will automatically get this for free. So anytime that I make a factory, they will automatically get it. They don't have to pay for it. Any and all updates that I do are free. There is no actual download button that you have to sit there and hope that your internet stays connected while you're trying to upload a new data. These are all individual exe files, all executable files, so that if you don't have a LinkedIn account, leave it in the drive file. Don't even download it. Don't touch it. Same with the threads. Oh, you were most welcome, and it's about time that you started building the brand Bible. Makes me grumpy when people don't have one, and yet they've actually downloaded the brand Bible ebook as well as the audiobook, which, by the way, link in bio, 100% free. Scroll to the very bottom, and then go up like I think 3 or 4 products. You're literally going to be looking for the ebook of brand Bibles and why you need one. 100% free. It will literally show you how to build one. It is one of the most powerful marketing tools you can give yourself, in all honesty. Because you can take that. You're most welcome. You can literally take your brand Bible, go to Gemini, Claude, Chat, wherever the hell you want to go. You're going to literally say, hey, this is my brand Bible. You're going to paste your brand Bible, and then you're going to ask it for a list of social media that will be perfect for your brand. And then you're going to start slowly building up your presence on the social media that it suggests. As a prime example, you will never find my Grumpy brand on Pin, because of the fact that is basically, like, I think 70 to 77% women that's on that program. Most of the people, I do have a few women that are following me, but Pin is just not a good social media for me. I won't be on X because I don't like it. It's a dumpster fire, to be perfectly honest. So I will not be on X. My brand will not be on X. But it's going to tell you, hey, you really want to be here, 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 and here. So pick 1 or 2 social medias that it gives you. And I honestly suggest that you go to, let's just say, ChatGPT and Gemini. Just as an example. You want to go to 2, at least, a bare minimum of 2 AIs. You're going to give it the same prompt. Here is my brand Bible. What are the best social media platforms for my brand? And you're going to give this to ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, and DeepSeek. I suggest that you use all of those. You can even put it in Grok. And what you're going to do is you're actually going to look for the overlaps. So ChatGPT, Gemini, DeepSeek, and Grok, all of them say, hey, your brand will be perfect for TikTok. Well, guess what? You need to get off your ass and start doing TikToks. You need to start doing videos, doing lives, all that good jazz. I could, but Pin just doesn't really suit my brand, to be perfectly honest. Hey, Lola. Pin just does not suit me. So, mind you, I will use Pin to grab a few photos to turn into generators once in a while. There's a couple of them that I can mention, but for some reason TikTok gets a little whiny about that. So I'm very careful about doing that. But you can literally ask it, and this is what I do, is I literally ask it, okay, what is, what are the best social medias for my brand? And I'm going to choose at least 2, maybe 3, and start building my presence up on those 3. You don't want to just hit one and put all your eggs in one basket. As a good example, TikTok, has a huge issue in the States, or had. I don't know if it's been sorted or not. But it could have just dropped down. It could have just disappeared on you. And if all your social media, all your money was coming in from TikTok, and it suddenly goes away, you're screwed. So you really need to kind of diversify yourself a little bit. And you'll find that some people just don't like a social media. They fit perfectly for your brand, but they just don't like a specific platform. So if you go on the other platform, and you might start finding that you're going to build a faster and bigger following on that specific platform than you do another one. This will help you diversify not only your own reach, but you'll find after time, you're going to find which one is a better suited platform for you and your brand. Don't get me wrong, I like TikTok. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass. But it's a good platform. I am getting my YT up because I really do need to be getting that up a lot better. So, it just depends on what you need and what you are selling and what you are teaching, on what platforms you really want to be using. So what I honestly suggest, and this is, again, I know I'm going a little bit off topic here, but everyone is saying, all the uber rich people and all this other crap, they're saying you want 7 to 8 streams of income, which is very smart. But what they don't mention is, guess what? You actually have to work at this, folks. You're going to start with one stream. So let's say right now my main stream, and it is TikTok right now. So I need to make more videos on TikTok, do a few more lives, and then what I can actually do is, once I start making a few more videos and actually posting the videos instead of just relying on the lives, after a while I'm going to notice that my income from TikTok is going to start becoming steady stream. People are going to be buying more and more from me just off of TikTok. So that tells me that I can now leave TikTok alone for a couple of days or a week or two, and I can go to YT and start building my YT channel. Coming back to TT to upload, spend maybe 10-15 minutes on TikTok here, load a couple of photos real quick, answer a few questions, but my main focus for a month or two would be YT. Once YT is up and running and I notice that people are coming from YT and buying things from me again, and I'm getting more, as a prime example, right now, the Generator Factory, everyone that has bought the Generator Factory from me has been because of TikTok. So if I start mentioning the Generator Factory suite over here on YT, start building my audience that way, I may actually find that YT is better suited for my brand than TT. But I still have one full stream flowing thanks to TikTok. So in 3-4 months, my YT takes off. That's my second stream of income. Third stream of income could be IG. I can start posting on IG like crazy, photos of my generators and whatnot, and saying, hey, if you want to be able to make these amazing photos, buy my generators. Here's my link. Go there. I start getting more and more people from Insta to come in and start buying from me. So IG becomes my fourth income level. I could add a fifth one with my own website and a blog article. So the blogs will start bringing people in. People will start learning how to do things from AI, how to vibe code and all this other stuff. And every time my article is going to mention, hey, go check out this product within the article itself. You may be interested in these two products when I mention this article. So my own website would become my sixth source of income. And each one I'm going to literally slowly I can literally slow down my production on each one of them, but I cannot ignore them. If I suddenly just stop producing stuff on TikTok, everyone's going to go, well, where the hell is he? Where did the grumpy bastard go to? So I would end up shooting myself in the foot. I would literally end up losing my TikTok stream. Which, depending on how big of a stream that is, that could end up hurting you. So by having these different forms of income, you don't actually have to worry about if one dries up. If one dries up, you can do a couple of things. You can actually start going back and being a little bit more active on that platform and, kickstart that again. Or you can just simply say, okay, I've milked this platform for everything that I can get out of it. I'm going to go to over this other one because I have a more devout follower base off of this platform than I do that platform. So you can spend more time, and that one becomes your main platform. Does that make sense? Yes, no, maybe? Or am I just rambling to hear myself talk? So you literally want to spread yourself out, but don't start, you don't want to go and say, okay, I need 5 streams of income tonight. If you try to spread yourself out on 5 different social medias, even with the help of AI, you're going to burn yourself out very, very fucking quickly. Because it becomes damn near impossible to keep up with 5 of them. Hell, to be perfectly honest, it's kind of hard to keep up with 2 to 3 social medias. So concentrate on one, and you can still have 5 incomes started. But you're going to concentrate on one mainly. The other ones, you're just going to throw the odd post here and there. You're going to feel the water. You're going to literally feel the waters out on the one or 2 platforms. Hey, Pajama Mama. Hope you're doing well. So, make sure that when you are starting this up, concentrate on at least one social media that you really want to take off on. Hey, Shannon. So, in this case, as I said, right now, I'm doing pretty good, actually. Got a little bit of heavy news for my family, but I'm still waiting for verification because I don't trust the source of the information, which tells you about my family. But it is what it is. I'm in Australia. They're in the States. I can't do jack shit, so I ain't worried about it. If what I think may happen, happens, it happens. It'll be sad, but it is what it is. But, as I was saying, nothing to be sorry about. It's life, The old man is getting up there. But as I was actually saying, by concentrating on one platform to begin with, you can literally build your following here. And if you get, on TikTok, as I said, TikTok right now is my main source of income for my brand. It has literally produced more money than any other platforms because of the fact I am literally just here. I'm not really anywhere else, but I do have my YT, which is up and running right now. And I'm going to be concentrating on that one here soon. I'm going to start posting more videos and whatnot on there. And still be working on TikTok, but I will slowly build YT up. So, I'm not going to sit there and try to run both of them at the same time and say, oh God, I've got to do this I've got to have this media for this platform. I have to have the media for this platform because each of them have their own orientation and yada, yada, yada. And I start pulling out what little hair, trying to pull my hair out, which is why I keep it buzzed so that I can't yank my hair out. It will become frustrating for you. So it's a matter of slowly building up your presence in a platform. Slowly but surely. And then the idea again here is so that you can, once you have this platform, example as TikTok. Hey Mimi, let's say that on TikTok you're loading a lot of photos up, you're getting more than 200 views like what mine do. You're getting, let's say, 2 or 3K views every time you post a video. That's a good startup. You could then go in and start concentrating on YT for a little while. Come back, spend 20, 30 minutes on TikTok here, load your videos up, and then you're going to go back and you're going to spend 3 or 4 hours on YT. You're going to spread your time out, but each time that you move to your next stream, your other streams are still maintaining. You're still going to go back in and say you're going to spend 10 minutes on TT, you're going to spend 15 minutes because you haven't built it fully up. You'll spend 15 minutes on IG, and then you're going to spend another 2 or 3 hours on YT. And each stream you're going to continue to nurture, but you're not going to have to be on it as much. Because right now on YT, not YT, but on TikTok here, I do believe I've actually gone live almost every single day so far, unintentionally, mind you. But it is all about consistency here. You guys know that I am on at 7 o'clock a.m. Sydney Eastern Time, which is 5 o'clock Eastern U.S. time. So you know that, hey, the grumpy old bastard is going to be online, at 7 o'clock. That is the consistency part. I don't have to go live every single day. I could actually suddenly decide that my YT is a little bit more important right now, so I'm only going to go live on TikTok, say Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, just as an example. So everyone will now understand that, hey, if I want to catch him on TikTok here, he's going to be on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. So I need to time it right so that I can actually join on his TikTok. Now, maybe I want to go live on YT more than that. Maybe I want to actually be going live on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I can literally set it up so that I can dual cast TT and YT at the same time for those Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, and continue just focusing solely on YT for a little while. This way, it continues to build my audience, because YT is going to have a slightly different audience than what TikTok does. But I can actually literally take my social media and say, okay, hey, I'm over here. I'm also on here. I'm here and here. Yeah, I'm trying to do the dual thing. I'm literally doing that right now. For some reason, as I said, the YT is a little slower. It's like there's a bit of a lag behind there for some reason. Don't know why. Don't really care. It'll figure it out. It'll figure itself out. Let's run one more. Oh, that reminds me. Did I actually update that? Let's see here. Hold on a second. I need to see if that actually fixed the little issue that I had. Let's see here. Go to here. One. I do believe it fixed it. Oh, wait a minute. I know what I was doing. I gotta go to GenSpark. To the active tab. There we go. That's the one. That's what I actually wanted. So we're going to copy that because there was a couple of screw-ups that Claude did, and I had to have it fixed. So we're just going to save this as Vixen and Muse.html. We're going to open the file up again. And voila. Now then, let's just randomize this sucker. And then copy the prompt. So all I want to do, okay, good. It actually has the tabs. And quiet, if you want, I think I gave you my YT channel. If not, let me know and I'll send it to you later. But we now have, it will actually copy properly. Let's just make sure that it actually does that. Copy the Vixen side. Let's pop this here. And we go to Control V. And boom, yes it did. That's all it did. That's what I wanted. So we actually fixed it. And if I actually hit the lock buttons on this one here, it doesn't wipe anything out. It keeps it how we want it. We have full presets. We can clear all. Unlock that. And if we do the presets here, we have literally a ton of different presets. So voila, we literally have a really good generator. Fully split screened, so we have the Vixen side and we have the Muse side. All nice and neat. And let's see what the photos we're getting. Let's see here. That's Gemini's. I will after I will that, or you can look it up. It is literally Grumpy Marketing 50. So let's see here. That is Nana Banana. This is Flux 2. And we're still waiting for the other two. But, yeah, it's not too bad. Not that great, but not too bad either. So now I know that it's actually been fixed. So, again, here we go. Now, see, that's actually pretty decent. I like that one. That's ChatGPT's. She has a nice little boa snakeskin purse there on both of them. Nice little accessory. That is Flux 2. And that is ByteDance. All off of one generator. As you can see, it's literally... So now I know that it actually works properly. Let's just pop that back up. And let's just randomize again. And we'll just copy the Muse side just to double check. And boom, here we go. So this is literally working very, very well. So voila, we're literally good to go now. Let us close that part off. And while we're waiting for GenSpark to actually get off its butt and do the thing that it's supposed to do. So, you know, again, this will be both up in the rabbit hole as well as on my Google Drive file itself. Different. Oh, this is something that I want to point out. As you can see, we have different camera angles. Your generator, in all honesty, every generator that you make, you should have 3 standard drop downs. First one is camera angles. Second one is lighting control, and the third is shadow control. Because I can literally change this entire. I can literally keep almost an entire consistent look simply by changing the camera angle, by simply changing where the lighting is coming from, how the shadows look. So I can literally change this entire thing, and that's a weird looking, looks like she's sitting on top of the table. That's ByteDance. That's Flux 2. This is ChatGPT's. And that's Gemini's. But you just by messing with the camera angle alone, you can get some really cool photos. And you can get a more professional look. Or even when you're doing cartoons and whatnot, you can still change the look with simple lighting controls. This is why I always, for my standard now, for my generators, my standard is photo prompt, video script prompt, and thanks to Drew there, a Suno Music. Thank you for the roses. I also have presets. I will do once in a while. I'll do presets. But my 3 standard drop downs are always full camera control, full lighting control, and full shadow control. This way, I know that I can actually really truly explore the photos. It is truly amazing what you can do just with lighting. Ooh, you've been watching me for 500 minutes. Yet another stalker. Woohoo! I like it. I appreciate you hanging with me as long as you have. So, literally, this one generator, if you want to do a split screen generator like what I've done, you're literally just going to tell it, hey, I'm going to split screen. On the left side is going to be this idea. On the right side is going to be this idea. So you can literally have two separate subjects, two separate entire art styles if you wanted, and you can generate from either or. So that you expand on this. So now I could technically sell this, instead of just selling it for like $20, I would charge maybe $30 to $40 for this. Because you now have the Vixen side and you have the Muse side. So it's a 2-in-1 generator kind of thing. You can make a 5-in-1 generator, you can make a 10-in-1 generator. That's as far as I suggest that you go. Yeah, right here. What you're looking at. This is split screen. That's the Vixen side, which is a nightclub. And then you have the Elegant Gala side. The Muse side. This is literally a split screen. As you can see, there's a nice little line of demarcation in between both of them. And all you got to do is literally just say, hey, let me find the original. Here we go. This is my brand Bible and what I'm working with today. I loaded up the Vixen and Muse brand Bible. Yeah, it would be good for before and after concept. Oh, speaking of those ads, be very, very careful of before and afters. I'm not sure what TikTok's policies are on before and after. I know Meta's, and they do not like them. And there's a damn good reason for it. And I'm 100% behind that ban. Meta will not actually let you do before and afters on a lot of things. I think there's a few exceptions, but the problem is, and I'm pretty sure TikTok actually put a ban on that too. I would actually have to look it up, but the reason why is there's a lot of shonky shit going on for like makeup, medical crap, teeth whitening. Good example, teeth whitening. That was really big for a little while. And they would have before and after shots of, yellow teeth, and then all of a sudden these gleaming white things that would that an airport could use for lighting. Just by bouncing off a little bit of tiny light off your teeth, poof, it suddenly becomes daytime because of how white your teeth are, which was utter horseshit. So a lot of people were doing the before and after. Oh, and weight loss. That's another big one, People were literally selling, and I've seen it still to this day. Yeah, yep, before and after skincare as well. But like the weight loss, you'll see, as an example, there was one that was really terrible. This really big guy, and they're like, beforehand I was like 600 pounds. By taking this, taking whatever the hell it was, I've now dropped down to 120 pounds, and the guy was not the same guy. Literally a completely different looking person. And they were trying to pass it off as a before and after shot. So Meta put a stop to that, and I'm pretty sure TikTok did. Oh, they did. They used different humans. Let's actually, instead of me sitting there guessing, let's go to GenSpark. Well, not GenSpark. I want to go to Gemini. Let's go. Well, actually, I'll go to chat. And I will ask ChatGPT. Oh, yeah. Can you run an advertisement on TikTok that is a before, get my fingers in the right spot there, that is a before and after photo? I think TikTok actually did that. I think they actually banned that. Yep, before and after is a landmine format on TikTok. It is not banned outright, but it gets flagged fast if it looks like you're making unrealistic claims, especially around weight loss, skin transformation, health, or results. Anything implying guaranteed outcomes. TikTok ad policies are designed to avoid body shaming, deceptive claims, and exaggerated results. So the classic sad before, glowing after angle, that's exactly what gets rejected or throttled. What it will allow you to do, safe version, this works. Here's what changed after 30 days of using this system. Focus on process, not the miracle results. So natural, improved, not bad, amazing. Add context time, effort, tools used. The risky version, this gets nuked. Lose 10K fast, erase wrinkles instantly, from ugly to beautiful, dramatic lighting differences to fake results. And this is solid. This is what I like to see. I always bitch and moan that TikTok is too sensitive, and it is too sensitive on the whole banning and all this other crap. But this is how marketing should be run. And this comes from someone that can sell ice to an Eskimo. I literally have 22 years of marketing experience. I have scared professors. And they've actually said that I am the reason why someone has put in what you can and cannot do. Because I like the 30s, 40s, and 50s style ads. I literally have upset my entire class at one point in time. Actually, half the fucking school. The other half was cheering for me. The other half wanted to lynch me. So, but this is how it should be. You know, it should literally be to where if you are doing a before and after shot, you should not be able to exaggerate it. You should not say, "Oh, hey, look, you know, put this red light mask on, and it's going to get rid of your wrinkles in a couple of minutes," kind of thing. No bold-faced snake oil bullshit. You know, because that not only does that hurt the client, but that hurts your brand. And I know a lot of these people are in it just for a quick buck. That's the wrong approach for this. You know, so you need to understand the rules of whatever platform you're on. If you want to run a paid ad, make sure you understand the rules. So I know for a fact Meta has outlawed straight out before and after shots. TikTok apparently really does ban it pretty fucking hard, or it'll nuke it, which is, I can actually say I'm proud of the platform for once for doing that. X probably doesn't give a shit, to be perfectly honest. I've never run ads on X, so I couldn't tell you. I know, I'm pretty sure Reddit has banned that as well. Just too many shonky shit going on. Too much shonky shit going on. So, if you're going to run the paid ads, I honestly suggest staying away from the before and after. It's just, there are better ways of running ads than the before and after. So, know your platform. Definitely know your target market. And a couple ads that I honestly suggest avoiding completely, and products that I honestly suggest avoiding are, and I know a few people are going to disagree with me, and that's perfectly fine. This is my personal preference, folks. I will not sell anything that is ingestible, and I will not sell any medical devices. Those are the two fastest ways to get the ever-living shit suit out of you. I don't even care if you truly know the supplier. That is the only time that I would suggest that you sell something that is ingestible. And I'm talking actually going to the factory. I'm not talking of, I've talked with the sales rep a couple of times and I trust these guys. No. I am talking about physically going to their factory, taking a tour of the factory, seeing how the product is being made, seeing if there's a possibility of cross-contamination. And then, and only then, are you going to start selling things. And I know quite a few people that have been, they sell vitamins, they sell gums, they sell all sorts of stuff. That's fine if they want to go that way. They're actually showing that, hey, I am actually using this product. But you still take a very large chance of being sued. Give you a really good example. An actual friend of mine did this. And we were both actually starting off in drop shipping about the same time because we were both kind of interested in it. He decided that he was going to start selling vitamins and all that stuff because he's actually a gym rat. Why he's my friend, I have no idea. We are literally polar opposites. The only time that you're going to see me, let's put it this way, if you see me running, you best start running too, because something big is chasing after me. That's the only time my big ass is running. He, on the other hand, likes running marathons. He's sick in the head. But we both started drop shipping at the same time. He decided that, hey, I'm going to start selling these vitamins that I personally take. He did not go to the manufacturer that he found, because he found they were cheap to design and whatnot. He bought a few containers himself so that he could show that, oh, I'm taking this as well, all that good jazz. Well, unfortunately for him, one of his, well, actually, it wasn't just one of the buyers. I think it was like 3 or 4 of them got sick off of one of the supplements because of the fact that they had a nut allergy. And everything was literally said that, oh, this is nut free. So it's safe if you have a nut allergy. 2 of them damn near died. He got the shit suit out of him. And the only thing that he could actually do was try to blame everything back on the supplier. Problem was the supplier was actually in, I think, the Netherlands or somewhere around there. And he could not actually go after the supplier because they cross-contaminated his stuff. He had proof and everything else, but to actually go after the factory, he would have had to go into Netherlands and say, hey, you damn near killed 2 of my clients. Or 3 of my clients because of cross-contamination. The good thing for him, though, was that supplier turns out to be actually semi-decent. And they actually backed him up and said, hey, this was our fault. It wasn't his fault. We will make restitution, just for medical bills kind of thing. But this is why I honestly say avoid anything that is medical or anything that is ingestible unless you have actually been to the factory. Because otherwise, you do not know what is actually in the ingredients. You do not know truly if there can be a chance of cross-contamination. So I try to avoid things that I know are high risk that could get my ass sued. Now, mind you, he was smart and had an LLC so that they couldn't go after him personally. They could only go after the company, which was very smart of him. That is the only time that I'm going to honestly suggest that you have an LLC is if you want to be on the risky side and selling ingestible things. Have an LLC, because that LLC is going to protect your personal assets. Now, as a digital product, like what I'm doing right now with the digital products, I am not running a LLC because none of my products can actually harm you. So I don't have to worry about being sued. If I was running products that I thought might even have a slight chance, like say that you want to start selling kids' toys because you have like 4 or 5 kids and you know exactly what they like and you think you can do a really good job of doing that, sell those toys, but do it under an LLC. This way, if one of the little buggers suddenly finds a very inventive way of using one of the toys that ends up in an emergency room visit, the parents, cannot sue you. Well, they can sue your company, but they cannot sue you personally. The LLC makes it to where they can only go after the company. They cannot go after you unless you've done something really heinous and you knew you did it on purpose. Then, yeah, every single judge in the world is going to throw a book at you. And hopefully very, very hard. But when you're first starting out doing digital products, LLC is not really needed. You can literally run as a sole owner operator perfectly fine, perfectly safe. Now, the other time that I would suggest getting an LLC is, let's say that my Grumpy brand brand here, the Grumpy Marketer, suddenly starts making $20,000 to $30,000 a day. Let's be a little bit more realistic. Let's say that I'm making $10K a month, 10 to 20K a month. I will then do an LLC to protect myself a little bit better. But by doing the LLC as well, I could branch myself off and start a couple extra businesses underneath the umbrella of the Grumpy Marketer. So the LLC, not only does it actually help protect you, but it helps organize your organization a little bit better. And I hate using that word. It makes me break out in hives. I prefer chaos over organization, damn it. So the only time, in all honesty, and that goes with all the other incorporations that you can do. There's like 4 or 5 of them that you can incorporate in yourself into. But when you're first starting out, until you are honest, and I'm going to be perfectly honest, I would say, in all honesty, until you're making about 10 grand a month, I would not worry about doing the LLC. If you are doing physical products, it depends on the product, to be perfectly honest. If you're doing anything with kids, hell yeah, LLC that sucker. If you are doing clothing, I wouldn't worry too much about it. But if there is a chance that you are doing clothing for kids, yeah, LLC. Especially if you're selling pajamas. But digital products, no. Don't bother wasting your money. Don't waste your time hiring a professional to set up the LLC. And yes, you want a professional to set up the LLC up. The LLCs can be a pain in the ass to set up on your own. So you're going to find a professional that did that, you know? See, now quiet, that's smart though. For your event planning and services, I would actually do an LLC for that. But I would only do that after I had probably about 3 or 4 clients. Once I had, to be perfectly honest, if I had like 5 clients and I was starting to find more people were trickling into me, I would honestly go with the LLC. Because as an event planning and service, see, that was very smart of you. That was a very, very smart move. Because as an event planner and services, if you were doing catering and events at the same time, even if you are outsourcing the catering, somebody gets sick from that catering, they could come back and say, hey, we told you we had specific dietary requirements. The caterer completely ignored it. Little Jimmy is now kicking on the ground, foaming at the mouth. Don't worry, no one really cared for that little bastard, but still, it looks bad. They could actually sue you as the event planner / caterer, because even though you outsourced it, you are still responsible for that outsourcing. So by having that LLC, if little Jimmy carks it or little Jimmy gets stupid, they cannot come after your home, they can't come after your car, they can't come after, whatever. They can only go after business assets. So there are certain times when you need an LLC. Exactly. And that's the reason why, to be perfectly honest, I've stopped drop shipping. I don't want to deal with insurance. I don't want to deal with returns. The whole thing, it's more of a hassle than I fucking want to deal with right now. But if you were doing the event planning things, if you're doing a physical product, oh hell yeah, you want insurance. You want that LLC, to make damn sure that your ass is covered. And that's the whole thing. I see so many people getting too stupid of late, folks. And for the 18 people that are here and however many are in the YT still, stop and think before you start doing this stuff. Before you actually start a business, and even before you start building a brand Bible, ask yourself, am I dealing in physical products? T-shirts are fine. I wouldn't, print on demand, I honestly would not worry about doing the LLC for Pod. Worst thing is people are going to return it, and you can literally just give them what I do. How I handle Pod. Let me cover this real quick. When I was doing Pod, what I would do is, let's say that I am selling T-shirts through Printify. Printify sends out a real shit product to one client. The client sends me an email, says, hey, what the hell is this shit? Look at this. It design's all off. It's not in the right place. It's all crinkly. It stinks like crazy. It looks like it was burnt. What the hell? What I do, instead of handling returns, I will literally say, well, shit, I am so sorry that this got through got through our process. I really sincerely apologize. I'm going to do two things for you. One, I'm going to give you a full refund. Two, I am actually going to send you a free shirt. And you dispose of that shirt, get rid of it, burn it, whatever you want to do with it. This way, it helps us reduce our carbon footprint, and it helps you reduce your carbon footprint. I take the blame for it, and then I will go to Pinterest. I mean, not Pinterest. I'll go to Printify, take those photos, and say, "Hey, what the ever living fuck is this? I want my money back." And most of the time, they're pretty decent about getting the money back without actually having the product. Sometimes they can be a little bit shitty about it, and if they are, they are. Then I start finding another supplier. But this way, I'm not dealing with returns. I will make the customer happy, but I will not blame Printify. I will take the heat for it because of one reason. The buck stops with me. It's like with, as a good example here, say Quiet is running through her Fluid Vibe. You know, she decides that she wants to do print on demand along with her digital products on her Fluid Vibe. Instead of saying, "Oh well, you know, my supplier screwed this completely up," even though you never see the product because you're using Printful, you don't blame Printful. You don't say, "Oh well, it was all Printful's fault," and yada yada yada. We don't handle returns. You know, you have to send it to Printful to get your money back. Yada yada yada. That's how you piss customers off. That is how you tank your own business. Even though we do not see the product on print on demand, you take personal responsibility. There are exceptions to this. If it arrives broken, it's already broken in the package, we are not responsible for broken mail, lost or stolen. Simple as that. But even if it arrives broken, like say I'm doing mugs, and I've done this before. If I'm selling mugs and it arrives broken, I will say, well, crap, you know, that is the mailman's fault, but how about I do this? How about we ship you a new product for you for free, and let us know how it arrives, because if it arrives broken again, that's going to tell me that there's an issue. I need to change my the way that I'm mailing things out. But I'm going to make it right for the most part. Now, if you get a client that comes to you and says, "Oh, you know, this shirt was crap, this was broken, yada yada," and they're constantly doing it, I just say, "Hey, tough shit. I'm not responsible for lost or broken things." Or I'll just say, "Oops, sorry. Here's half of your money back. Block them and go on." But the reality is, the buck stops with you. If you really truly want to build yourself a brand, you are going to take full responsibility for any and all products that fail. It's like with my generator factories. If there's a bug in it, I take blame for it. It's, you know, I had no idea. I'm not the one that's actually programming it. Claude is, but I released the program, which means it is my responsibility. I cannot just say, "Oh, Claude fucked it up. There's nothing I can do. Thank you for your money. Fuck off." No, I'm going to fix the damn product. Again, the other thing that I'm going to give you before I head out, because it's getting that time. When it comes to your social media, on your website, I don't care who you're using it, if you're using on Brandly, if you're using wherever, if you get a negative review, do not delete it. Do not remove it. You do not want to have all 5-star ratings, because people are not going to believe an all 5-star rating. If you have, as an example, say that you have a print-on-demand company that you just started, and you decide that you're going to give yourself 5-star. You're going to give yourself 100 5 stars. You're going to make fake reviews, until fake it until you make it, kind of thing. Not one person's going to believe a company has all 5-star rating. Not one. But here's a tricky little thing that I've done in the past, and it works very well. When you were first starting off, before you actually have reviews, what you can do, give yourself a couple of 5 stars, give yourself a couple of 3 stars, and give yourself 1 or 2 stars. And what you're going to do, and this is, once your company is actually up and running, if you get a 2-star review or even a 3-star review, you are going to actually comment on those in public. And you're going to say, well, shit. You're going to be polite about it, of course. But you're going to say, shit, we are really sorry that this happened to you. We will make it right. Can we, would you please, is it okay if we DM you or will you DM us? What's your email? We'll send you out an email immediately. Let's rectify this, if it can be rectified. Same with the 2-star. What I've done, and this blew a few people's mind, I literally started a drop shipping business just to show that you could actually do this. I was selling sporting gears, a specific sporting gear that was starting to take off. I literally put in like 4 3-star reviews that were saying, oh, shipping was, I still haven't gotten, it's been like, they say 10-day shipping, it's day 12. I then just put a little comment and said, oh, we're sorry that it's hanging up. We are calling our shipping company. We will send you a DM as soon as we find out where your package is. And this actually made people want to buy the product because of the fact it looked like the brand is actually taking care of the customers. And this is what you want to do. You're not going to ghost people. You're not going to say, not my problem. It is your fucking problem. If you want your brand to succeed, you need not only to pay attention to your social media, you want to actually comment on posts. Even like here on TikTok, someone actually likes your post or they make a comment, at the very least, actually put a heart next to the comment to show that you are paying attention. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time, but guess what? If you want an actual true brand that people are going to follow and are going to buy from this is what is called actual work. There is no passive income. Thank you for the gifts. This whole idea of passive income is a fucking lie. Pure and simple. It is 100% a lie. You need to work to make money. Simple as that. There is only one way that you are going to have truly passive income is if you are a trust fund baby and a very deep trust fund. Then everything else is fucking passive for you. But whoever built that trust had to bust their ass to be able to give you that trust fund. So, if you hear someone saying, oh, follow me for passive income, the bastard's lying right off the bat. That is a lie right there. That's a huge red flag. The other red flag is if you are finding someone on here on TikTok or wherever, you really like what they're doing and what they're selling, and all of a sudden they start showing you, because of drop shipping, just as an example, because drop shippers run into this a lot of times. Because of drop shipping, I now have a Lamborghini. I have a mansion that's sitting in the background, and I have this hot-looking model girlfriend. Guess what? The house is probably not theirs. They're just parked out in front of it. The Lamborghini is rented, and more than likely that hot model is, let's just say, it could be more than likely a high-priced woman of the night. Basically, she be rented too. So, don't trust the shiny. If someone starts showing you all these shiny crap and saying, oh, I have all this, for drop shipping, there was one little bastard that the United States sued the shit out of him. Ty something or other. Can't remember what his name is. His entire thing was sitting in a garage with a Lamborghini sitting next to him. He's like, oh, I have this Lamborghini, but what I'm really proud of is all of these books. And he was showing the books, and I've read all of these books, and I do all this reading and whatnot. 100% false bullshit. The Lamborghini was literally rented. The house wasn't even his. It was a friend of his. He probably didn't even know how to read, to be perfectly honest. But he had faced such a large lawsuit that on every single video that he did, he literally had to put a disclaimer underneath it this was for entertainment purposes only. Because he got the shit sued out of him. To the point where the United States government actually stepped in. The FCC stepped in for the very first time on the internet and said, hey, You are here in the United States. You will abide by this. You are going to be paying back everyone that you stole from, and any and all videos that you do from now on must say for entertainment purposes only. So do not trust the shiny folks. Take everything with a grain of salt. Even shit that I'm telling you right now, take it with a grain of salt. Get off your ass. Do your own homework. You know? And I know I'm not for everybody. And I have no problem with that. I swear enough that I've had mechanics say, hey, you mind calming down? We have sailors here. I'm rough around the edges. You like me? Hey, cool, great. If you don't, you're an adult. You know where the X button is. You know how to block me. Ain't no skin off my nose. But honestly, there are a lot of really good people out here that you can learn from, that you will gel with. Find these people. Listen to what they're doing. Watch what they're doing. Learn from them. But whatever they're doing, take it with a grain of salt. Because what they are doing that has worked for them might not work for you. But on the flip side, as an example, as I said, I will not sell anything that's ingestible. I know people that do actually sell a lot of edible things. And they make a shit ton of money off of it. So it becomes a, well, okay, he doesn't like this product, but I do kind of thing. Let me go find somebody that actually sells what I want to sell. I'm going to look to see how they're selling this stuff and see if I can improve it. Or I can put my own twist on it. It's like with the AI. We all will find platforms that we like. I have a blind spot, and I freely admit to this. I do not use Gemini that much. I have never paid for Gemini Pro, so I do not know how well it actually works. I know the free version sucks for programming. Even HTML generators, it kind of sucks at it. My go-to now is Claude. ChatGPT on generators. Programming-wise, it's not quite there yet. I know they're working on it. But I honestly suggest getting and paying for Claude. But, again, personal choice. Some people don't like Claude. Some people don't like Gemini. Some people only want to use ChatGPT. That's fine. Use what you are comfortable with. And last bit of advice, do not try to keep up with AI. Because you cannot. AI is changing literally by the day. It's not changing by the month or the year or anything like that, but it seems like almost every day there's something new coming out. So instead of trying to keep up with AI, learn 3 things. Pick your 3 things that you want to learn. Be comfortable with those 3 things. I'm not saying master them. I'm saying being comfortable. So that when something screws up, you can unscrew it up. You can literally take it to the AI and say, hey, look, you fucked this up. Unfuck it. This is how I think you need to unfuck this thing. And you can guide it better because those 3 things that you've learned, you now know, hey, this isn't right. This is right. Let's do it this way. Oh, I shall. But I do need to get going because I'm need to get cooking. Got to convince the wife that the eggs are supposed to be on fire. They actually, the flames make it taste better. She still doesn't believe me for some reason. She keeps insisting on having a fire extinguisher. I have no idea why. So, I will be on tomorrow. I will probably be doing another dual cast. I want to figure this thing out. So, to be perfectly honest, YT, it's a lot easier to see the screen than it is on here. I do not use TikTok's Live Studio. The main reason why I don't use it is because I cannot mark myself branded. I can finally mark myself as AI, and AI generated, but I can't mark myself as branded. The Generator Factory, you have to buy that. That is a full program. To buy that is a full suite of now 11 programs. That is in my link in my bio. You will get full access. I do believe it is now 11 programs because I have the LinkedIn Factory done. I just have to make the executable file, make sure that actually works. And once that's working, everybody that actually the 6 people that actually have the generator factory will actually get the LinkedIn file. And I will actually sell the LinkedIn factory as a standalone as well. Yes, the LinkedIn factory goes into the generator factory. Yes, the generator factory suite. That is all inclusive. It's literally all the programs are sitting on a drive file. And you're going to grab whichever programs that you want. You're just going to grab those, download, literally copy and paste them into your computer, into their own folder, run it, and you literally need, for the entire generator factory, there are 3 API keys that you need. You will need Gemini's, Google's API. That takes about 15 to 20 minutes to set up, maybe a half hour. It comes with instructions, shows you how to do the whole thing, and if you need help, I'm always here. You need Anthropic's, which is Claude's API, and you now need OpenAI. OpenAI and the Google one is completely free, will not cost you anything. It's just hooking the Google Sheet up to the generator factory. The only program that you're going to be using the OpenAI for is both the Brain Dump, which is a completely separate program, and you will need it for the Voice Factory. Claude is pretty much, I use Claude pretty much for everything in the generator factory. It's very easy to set all these up on. So anything that has a factory attached to its name from me, if you have the factory suite, you get it. Completely free, no extra charge whatsoever. Now, I will be selling, as I said, with the LinkedIn factory. That will be a standalone. The video factory is a standalone, and I do believe the voice I have set up as a standalone. All of which are in my link in bio, so you can actually find it. The generator factory suite is $500 for 4 people only. Once I get those 4 people, I am jumping the price up to $1,005, and that's still saving you a shit ton of money. Because right now the suite alone is worth about $3,000. And it's very cheap to run. I mean, just as an example, I can literally make 10 generators in 10 minutes for 30 cents. Well, it ranges between 25 cents to 30 cents. And I can sell those generators each for at least $20. So if I were to sell those 10 generators, 20 times, that's $200 fucking dollars. It's very fast to get your money back. You're not going to do it overnight, mind you. I'm never going to promise you that, you're going to be rich overnight. That's another red flag. If anyone tells you that, you're going to make $10K in 30 days, major red flag. Same with 90 days. There is no way that you can actually be guaranteed that you're going to make that 10K. So, again, take everything with a grain of salt. Other than that, I do got to get my ass going. Because Mrs. Grumpy is going to be really extra grumpy with me if I don't wake her up. So, and get my ass into the kitchen. Y'all have a great day. I will see you all later.